So we are the Reptilians Part 2. So this video is to show you how we are directly related to the reptilians, and it's a lot of symbolism within cartoons and all type of movies and stuff like that, like Dragon Tales. I was just watching Dragon Tales the other day, and they mentioned Quetzalcoatl, which is the rainbow serpent from Mexico. So, like in these children's shows, stuff like that, like they got it all exposed. You just need to have eyes to see that the dragons and stuff is real. So, like with Harry Potter movies, they put it out there so we can be in plain sight, but so like we don't really think that it's believable because we think that since it's in a movie, it's not real, stuff like that. So this only referring to black people though, of America, not Africans, not Middle Eastern blacks, not only blacks of America. Copper color races that were found here before Christopher Columbus came. So I would be considered one of the people that Christopher Columbus and them encountered when he first arrived here, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I had this hat on today, showing y'all like this is another symbolism in plain sight, but you have to have eyes to see and to know exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like exactly how they putting it out here and making it seem like all the Indians died off or something. No, the Indians still here. I got family in Mississippi. I got family around the whole Americas. I got family in Peru. I got family in Alaska. I got family around the whole Americas. Detroit, California. So all the Indians are still here. So-called Indians, really are indigenous Americans, but that's a whole nother story. And copper color Americans and indigenous Americans is the same thing. Don't let the terminologies get to you. Don't let all the terms get to you. An Indian, a so-called Indian that's from America is the same as saying a black African American. But we don't want to go by none of those terms. If you was to call yourself one of those, you would just say you are indigenous to America. You are Aboriginal. But I like to say you are original, because I don't like to put the ab on there, because it's like it's more confusion. So just say you are original of America. So back into the reptile drop. I know everybody's seen Ninja Turtles, and Ninja Turtles was a cartoon / TV show, and they got movies as well. You know what I'm saying? And they made the Ninja Turtles to look more Negroid. And Negroid is only Americans, only black Americans, not Africans. It's a difference between an African and a black American. So a Negro is only a black American, which is Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying, Martin Luther King, those type of people, Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, you know, me. You know, people that's in America right now that's never been out. So they made the Ninja Turtles look like them. And they made the bad guys look more on the rap set, like on the rap scene, you know what I'm saying? Like they had people like named Rocksteady. They had people named like some rapper type names for the bad villains. So that's another way that they showing like we the reptiles, because it's Ninja Turtles. America is supposed to be Turtle Island. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like Mexico. People scared to go to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? It's nursery rhymes saying like I don't want to go back to Mexico no more, stuff like that. But Mexico is really part of America too, and Mexico is really a royal part of America. Like that's the Mesoamerican part, which is the part where Quetzalcoatl, which is the rainbow serpent, dwelled. Because the Mayan ruined temples is in Mexico, still as to this day. And the mounds is mounds around the whole America. They still here. All the evidence is still here. We just been thrown off track, and you know what I'm saying, confused with sports, radio, TV. You know what I'm saying, music, fashion, malls, everything, restaurants. You know what I'm saying. We've been confused, and we have so many obstacles to get to before we know what's really going on, and what we really got to do in this life, and how we really have to move, and what we really supposed to be doing. And that's really what we supposed to be doing, is trying to regain our culture back, which is the Egyptian culture, because the Egyptians were the king cobra on in the middle of their head. So and it's pyramids in America that was built way before the pyramids in Africa. So don't let images like this get to you, because I'm in Illinois right now, and it's Monk's Mound in Illinois, which is the biggest temple, one of the biggest pyramids ever, and they still keep talking about Giza instead of Monk's Mound. So it's just like they even draw the people as black. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that I can show, but back onto the dragon drop. So people have gills. A sperm is first of all, the word sperm, by saying sperm, that's snake-like, because we using the letter S, which is and you are hissing to say S. And in fact, a lot of words that's used in the letter S, it's kind of soulful, and most of the time really means some shit, like sacred, your soul, you know what I'm saying, like solid, liquid, gas, you know what I'm saying, like all that shit means some shit, you know what I'm saying, like a snake first of all, a snake is an intelligent being, is an intelligent creature, deity, and a dragon is the highest form of the reptile totem pole, if you want to say that, of the reptile totem pole. So that's the top predator, that's the top prey, top scavenger. Like it's nothing can seek out a dragon. It can only seek out you. And the rainbow serpent is real deep, because they try to push the LBGT agenda, which is the rainbow. But really, the rainbow is like some hardcore warrior type shit. Like that's what we need to get back to. And like that's not really no gay shit. That's why they using it for that, so we can shy away from the rainbow. But really, black people, we dress with colorful colors. Like we dress colorful anyway. Like we colorful people. We live our life colorful. You know what I'm saying? So like we interesting anyway. You know what I'm saying? we the most interesting deity ever, you know what I'm saying? Because they model cars after black humans. Like, they model computers after black people. They still don't know how smart we are and what our brain is capable of doing, since we are a whole melanin combine. They only have specks of melanin. We are a whole melanin substance. So they can actually take pieces of us and make capsules. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what they doing with the melatonin pills, with stem cell splicing and shit like that. With the plasma centers, shit like that. When you have, so a sperm goes to an egg, and people have live births just like reptiles. People like, we have a kundalini energy. Only black people have a higher source of kundalini energy and are able to tap into that kundalini energy whenever they want. Because once you master it, it's like a source of defense, and that is the weapon we supposed to use against these people, so we can get out of the situation that we're in. But we all have to do it in an organized way. So it could be, the power will be so overcoming that it would be like a Kamehameha from Dragon Ball Z, which is back going to the Dragon drop. Dragon Ball Z, the Super Saiyans was supposed to be white people because Super Saiyans was half God, half ape. Piccolo was supposed to be black people because Piccolo was all God and he showed the Saiyans everything they knew. Piccolo came from a planet called Maldek, which is really Nyan Toto, which is Sirius, which is the planet that circles around Sirius C. And Piccolo, they depicted Piccolo as green and real muscular and basically with black features, you know what I'm saying? So this is another, and they was in Hawaii, and that's a big deal because the founder of Hawaii is Kamehameha, and Kamehameha was considered a meteorite that when he was born, they seen a meteorite in the sky. So they saying he was the second coming, or he was the first coming. It's kind of hard to tell, but like his story matches up well with a lot of biblical references. To say that, because I don't really believe in the Bible per se, but I know it's real situations that happen, and I know the good people in the Bible was black people, quote unquote, Aboriginal Americans, indigenous copper color Indians, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? The children of Shem, the Semitic people, the Oriental blacks. You know what I'm saying? And doing my research, dragon sightings in Papua New Guinea, Peru, Venezuela, Guatemala, islands like that, and places like that, it's not so far-fetched because they have dragon sightings, and it's proven that dragon sightings is very often there, especially in Papua New Guinea and Antarctica as well, because Antarctica is a place where they is trying to stop black people from getting there, because that is kind of like, once you get there, you have made it to the finish line, and you can live your life accordingly to how you want to. And it'll be way better because Antarctica is actually drying up, so we can arrive and everything will be cool, because Antarctica is actually not as cold as people think it is, and they've been going there because Byrd, he always traveled there in the early, like 1947, Admiral Byrd, and he talked about how it was a lot of people there. But what happened was they ran into the alchemical dragons, which they thought that their military weapons was gonna work against the real alchemical dragons, which is connected spiritually with the cosmos, which is symbolically the Lord's coming back saying, y'all went too far, because I told you Antarctica is connected with the North Pole and South Pole, which is have something to do with the Bermuda Triangle, and that's why everybody who hover over the Bermuda Triangle at a certain point, someone have disappeared, because it's kind of like a portal, because it's a loophole right there. Like it's like saying like you can't go that far type shit, because that's not for everyone. That's just for God's chosen people, which is the real Jews, which is the copper color races that was found here before Christopher Columbus arrived and the conquistadors arrived. So that's why these people are red on this hat, because copper color is a shade of red, like red is brown, tiny tones. It's no black people, because even those people are just dark brown that you call real black. So they are just like a shade of this type of brown, something like that. This is a brown, yes, this is brown. And I don't understand how we get from copper to black. It's because it's to distract you, because you are the dragon. You have capabilities of turning into a dragon. That's why they had it on Mortal Kombat. Liu Kang can turn into the dragon. He was supposed to be the good one. And then Shao Kahn, he was turning into the little demon-like thing, but it was like a pterodactyl, which is another dragon type deity, but it's just a bad version, because the dinosaurs is nothing but dragons. They just use the word dinosaur so you won't know that they talking about dragons, because a dinosaur is about as big as a school bus. A dragon is about as big as a school bus. Those fragments look kind of like dragon fragments, and with minor tweaks, because they don't want you to actually see how it's made. But it's already documented from the tribes found here, which is the copper color races, which is my ancestors, that they already seen how the dragon looked, because it's not just one dragon. It's alchemical dragons that govern over the alchemical basis, which is like the silver plates under the Antarctica, stuff like that. Like it's gold plates, it's gold all under California, all under America still. It's a lot of stuff that's not being told. Just like they taking the animals and put them in the zoos, they holding dragons hostage. There's been dragon sightings in New York. Man, it's a lot of shit. It's another Mulan coming out. And Eddie Murphy played the dragon because he's black. Prestor John, which is a so-called mythical being, but it's a real person. And Prestor John is just a title, but it's a person who ruled over the three Americas, which is North, South, and Central America. And that's who Christopher Columbus wanted to come over here and find, because he knew that he was the ruler of the three Indias, the three Americas, you know what I'm saying? Like, they called it, the conquistadors tried to call it the three Indias, but it's really the three Americas, you know what I'm saying? The three landmasses of America. And Canada was connected with North America, so that's how they try to confuse us too. But this is part 2. Y'all can get back to me with part 3. I'm gonna have more shit to show y'all. So I'm gonna get out of here.